What's up, YouTube? So, we are in the first review. It's called, we're going to talk about my favorite anime, Saint Seiya. I don't know if you heard of it or not. Hopefully, you have. But if you haven't, this would be a good video to start off with. Um, it's definitely my first anime that I watched that I followed it to this day. They're still releasing stuff. I think it started about in 85, 86. That's when they started. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, whatever it is that I miss. Um, so it starts like at the big, like the, before the 90s, goes well into the 90s. And like I said, even to this day, they recently released one more saga. So the premises of all this is that there is it's like a secret underground war is going on that nobody really knows about. So it's they have this knights called saints. These knights have a constellation assigned to them. So they wear these armors that are from different constellations. So you have like some of them are Chinese zodiac signs. Like the main characters are Pegasus, um, Cygnus, Dragon, Andromeda, and Phoenix. Those are the five main like fighter characters. Um, so this really old, rich Japanese man goes to Greece, and as he's looking around the ruins, he finds this like old saint. He's a gold saint, and he's with a baby. So the saint basically tells him that she is the reincarnation of Athena, and he has to take care of her. So after that, the guy dies, and he gives the old man his armor. So this man, moved by what he saw, he decides to go to Japan and get a whole bunch of kids, like orphan kids, and decided, well, I'm gonna send them to train so they can become saints and we can save the world. So they go, they train, they get all the different armors. Now he gathered more than just those five guys. There's like a lot more, but those are the main ones that the story focuses on, and they're the ones that they become stronger and stronger and stronger. The first season, they fight one of their own. Well, not one of their own, but the guy is going to become part of their team to fight the Phoenix. The evil guy, he's got his own henchmen, and turns out that his armor cannot be destroyed. Every time it's destroyed, it puts back together like the Phoenix, and then it just, reassembles itself, and he can use it again. So that's like the first season, if you want to call it. The second one, they fight a stronger kind of saint that they encounter. So the main characters' armors are made out of bronze. So they're supposed to be the weakest ones. They're the lower in the totem pole. Then you have the silver ones. Now those again are constellations. I think it's like 88 constellations. So there's 88 different armors, and they're divided into bronze, silver, and gold. Gold being the strongest one in the whole mythology. And so the second part, the sanctuary, which is in Greece, which is where this golden saint was trying to escape, find out that there are bronze armors out there that have been taken by people that do not belong to the sanctuary. So they start this like war. So the bad guy keeps sending obviously more bad guys against our main heroes, and our main heroes just become stronger and stronger, with different battles and whatnot. It's pretty cool. So the third main season, I guess, if you will, when they actually go to the sanctuary. So they go back to Greece. They figure out who's attacking them, who they're fighting with, and they go to Greece. Now the bronze guys are the ones that are, in alliance with Athena. And the guy in the sanctuary, he's a liar. He keeps telling everybody that she won't see anybody, and the truth is that he's not talking to the reincarnation of Athena. So they go to the sanctuary to, eradicate him, so to speak. And in the midst of all things, Athena gets hurt with an arrow by her heart. So they have to go through the 12, golden houses, as they call it. So those 12 houses are our zodiac signs. So you start with Aries, and sorry, I mispronounced that. Taurus, and then so on and so forward. So it's 12 houses. The last one being the main patriarch. and they have to get him to save her. So those are the first main 3 seasons. After that, they get into Nordic mythology, and then they fight, semi-gods, demigods from, Asgard, I think it is. So they get like the Odin armor. It was pretty cool. It was a really cool. I guess fourth season are we on? Yeah, fourth. Um, Again, they keep getting stronger. They're getting new armors, upgrades. Obviously, better drawing too. Like as the years go by, the animation gets better and better. After that, they found out that Poseidon is the one that revived all the demigods, and then they go to the bottom of the sea where they fight Poseidon's 7 generals and Poseidon himself. So that is the original. That's a really really shortened up version, but that is the original anime that I watched when I was a kid that I fell in love with. Here's a little picture I'm gonna show you on my tablet if you wanna take a look at that. That is one of the first. There you go. That is one of the first from the first season. That's when they have their basic armors and everything really basic. After that, it took a while. I don't remember what was after that. Then they came out with some movies as well. So where they fight different gods and different baddies, so to speak. Then they did a prequel which is called Lost Canvas. So they have the Holy War. So it's basically the god of death versus Athena. They fight. They have their saints. It's a very vicious war. That's a prequel, but came out after that. Then they did. Oh yeah, they did the new Holy War. So the present one with our original main characters. Going to the underworld and fighting all these people, which is honestly really really cool because now the animation, I think you're well into the 90s, so the animation is so much better. It's way upgraded, so the all the effects of their punches and power-ups and all that stuff is so much more advanced. So that one was also a pretty good series. They divided into 3 stages, when they revive some of the old gold saints and they get them to fight each other with the good guys. That turns out to be a trap, so the dead saints that were back to life never really were on the side of the bad guy. They were just pretending so they could help the good guys. After that, they go into underworld, so they have to go through seven different types of hell and how to get into hell and stuff like that. Again, really really cool saga. You see a couple of generals that are I don't remember what are they called, the 3 judges I think of Underworld, but they're wearing really cool armors. The designs of the armors at this point are way much more advanced than the picture that I just showed you. Like have wings and awesome helmets and again really cool powers. Finally, they end up in Paradise, where Hades has his original body that he led to rest, so that he could always fight and come back. At this point, the armors are just unbelievable. Like they're mythical armor, so they have god-like power, so to speak, and they become a lot more intricate and whatnot. Those are the 3. After that, what else they did? Oh, after that they did the next generation. So the 5 main guys at this point are now above, they keep moving up, and we have 4 or 5 new characters that take over some of the armors. They put in some new armors as well, but you have 1 or 2 from the original, and then that's Saint Seiya Omega. I'm not gonna get too much into that because I honestly have to rewatch it probably. But if you're looking for a new anime, it's the basis of their powers is very similar to Dragon Ball Z if you ever watched it. So they start with a lot of physical training, but then it becomes a more spiritual thing where you use something like your ki, your inner energy, So if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z and you're looking for something similar, this is definitely the way you go. Super interesting. I really liked it. I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot. So yeah, this is the anime that I reviewed today. If you have any questions, leave some comments below. If you want to do another subject next time, again, leave a comment below. And thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys later.